Welcome to the 30 Goals Challenge for Educators. My name is Shelly Terrell, and today's goal is to share your story. Carol Williams said, "Most of all, one discovers that the soil does not stay the same, but like anything that is alive, is always changing and telling its own story. Soil is the substance of transformation." Much in the same way, educators are the substance of transformation. And part of this challenge, the 30 Goals Challenge, is empowering you to not only make that change, just like the soil, but to share your story of that change. Many times educators say they're really frustrated because the people around them are stuck in their own ways. They're stuck in their own comfort zones, and they don't want to step out of that. They don't want to use technology. They don't want to connect their students to others worldwide. They don't want to be facilitators. They want to continue to be lecturers. They don't want to change the classroom. They want to continue to use textbooks all the time and have the students. They're very stuck in a certain way. And I remember that I once wrote a blog post, and Ken Wilson responded in a comment, and he said, "This is all great, this technology and this excitement and Twitter, but the majority of educators out there, they don't live here. They don't live online. They don't live on Twitter. They don't live on blogs." And he made a really good point, because most educators don't. So how do we begin to inspire our colleagues? How do we begin to convince them to even try and make that step to come online and to develop professionally and become continuous learners, to learn everything that we're learning in the 30 goals, just so that they can be a better educator. They can feel the motivation and the support that comes from an educator community. Well, all of that is in the power of a story. Storytelling is really powerful in that it helps others connect. It personalizes the journey for them. So when you begin to share your stories, when you begin to have your students share their stories of how they learn having you facilitate, when they learned with lecturing out of textbooks, with no technology, and then they made that vastly to the other side, where their teachers made that leap and took them along, and the students start telling others, their parents, other students, other classes, then you really begin to see a transformation occur, because this excitement, this passion, this motivation, and just the improvement, the overall improvement, because when students are motivated, they will begin to study, explore on their own. And they won't just be memorizing facts, but instead they're able to personalize it. So this is something that's important, that students share their stories of how they love to learn in this new innovative way. And that not only that, but educators as well begin to share their stories of the journey, the before and the after. So as a short-term goal, what I want you to do is to take one of the goals and to share your story of how it has transformed you as an educator. Take it a step further. Have your students share their stories. And this could be innovative. This could be through, I really believe in online publishing, YouTube videos or digital storytelling, Storybird. There are so many, VoiceThread, Glocster. Any of these tools, a mixed book, take them and have your students share the story in this way. And this way, it's presented to the world. You're spreading your story throughout. And as educators, not only do we need to make the changes, not only do we need to go through each of these 30 goals and begin to really change our outlook and our perspectives and become better educators, but then we have to share our stories, share what we do, This is closely related to being transparent, but it's different because we're not only being transparent and allowing people in our classrooms, but we're telling them instead, we're sharing with them how we were once at their point, and then how we leaped, and what that has done for us. And so our students can also be, our students are also the evidence of this, and they make a very, very, very powerful statement. One of the teachers I greatly admire and respect is Greta Sandler. And Greta shows how her fifth graders, when she began blogging with them, how it totally transformed their lives and how it helped build relationships in the classroom. And she presents on this quite a bit. And if you read her blog, you just continue to see the journey that she goes through as she tries different technologies. Now, Greta hasn't been on Twitter for a year. She's new at Twitter. She's a new blogger as well. But just her excitement is just phenomenal. The same thing with Sandy Millen. Sandy is currently doing the 30 Goals Challenge, and she decided to make the leap. And she had her students begin to share publicly on a blog